This is Diane with Bolan-Beaty Boogie. Mark and I haven't been around for a few weeks because of the holidays. But this is a show he really wanted to do about a week ago. I was taking a walk and I always listen to music. And Mark kind of popped in. He always pops in if a T-Rex song comes on and he starts dancing around to it, which is adorable. But I was just reflecting on the fact that throughout my life, how important music has been to me and what the musicians who created it, how thankful I am to them because it's given me so much joy. And Mark popped in and he said, you know, let's do a show about music throughout the ages. And sometimes I don't know what he's going to talk about. This one, he's been really excited and talking about aspects of it. We didn't have a lot of time today because I think I was popping back into my body. So he had to kind of stop early. But he said he wanted to look at more, not necessarily individuals or interview individuals, but look at the energy of music on the whole and see what it had to say. So that's what he did for this show. Hope you like it. We'll be back again next week. Again, we have a blog, www.channelingmarc.com. There's years of information about Marc, about spirit, about healing. So take a look if you get a chance. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, it's Marc. I'm here. No, easy. It was pretty easy today. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. This is Marc. You may know me as being in my last physical life, Marc Bolan of the rock band T-Rex. Right. Okay, I've got some friends here in the studio with me. Yeah. So you might hear them say or hear me. They could hear you, couldn't they? Yep. If you listen, they're saying, okay. But yeah, we might have a little bit of back and forth. Okay, so let's start the show. We haven't been here for a few weeks. So yeah, I'm really excited about doing this show, okay, because I've been planning it for a while. I've been talking to Diane about what, well, no, not telling too many secrets, hush, but saying, yeah, just an idea of what I had in mind. And she will talk, yeah, she'll probably, yeah, hold on. Yep, hold on. Yeah, it's the brain, the brain talking is not, hold on. Yep. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to loosen up the body a little bit because there's a disconnect between what I am trying to say and what is coming out. Okay, and that happens. Well, no, it's not that I haven't been channeling via Diane's body. I have, but we haven't done this for a while. Okay. So, yeah. I'm really excited about the topic of this show because it had a lot to do with my life as Marc. Okay, as you may know. Okay. Yes, I was a musician. I was an artist. Okay, in my past life as Marc, and music was I wouldn't even say a major influence. It was the main influence in my life. I don't know what I would have done as Marc without music and my music. It was my creative outlet along with my poetry, and it was something I could share with others. Okay, and that was important to me, and it's still important to me that my music is still on earth. Okay, so in this on this show I wanted to talk not necessarily just to musicians or about musicians, but about the energy of music throughout the ages, okay? Past, present, and future. And what does that represent to the energy? Okay, so let's just start. Okay, yeah. No, yeah, in sequence we're going to start, or I am going to, well, we are. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we've got some energy coming in. Okay, now this is energy from, okay, if you look at a linear timeline on the earth, this is going to be energy that, okay, not started music, who knows when that started, but humans, okay, and right, yeah, we're specifically probably talking about humans because we're, in this episode. Hold on. Yeah, okay, come in. Okay, so if you think about music, okay, now that just doesn't, yeah, well, no, it doesn't have to be melodic necessarily. No. It can be any type of, I would say more, well, not melody. No. I'm not limiting it to a melody. It's expression, and it's not noise, but emotional expression via sound. Okay, can we call it that? Is that good? Yeah. Let's call it that. Okay, emotional expression via some sort of sound. Okay, yeah, because you can't have any music without sound, obviously. But yeah, so we are looking at what in general would be termed prehistoric. Okay, well, not prehistoric. No, not prehistoric. When humans, obviously, were there, because we're focusing on that. Okay, so yeah, so I'm getting a vision, or I'm actually looking at. Okay, yeah, you would think, what would be termed primitive human beings, but they were, everyone knows what that means. Everyone knows what that means. Before really cities were developed. Well, okay, well, no, not even as far, no, before Egyptians, okay, before Egyptians, and their wonderfulness in many ways, okay. So, so I'm looking at somebody who is, so they've got twigs and rocks, okay, twigs and rocks, and it's a man, okay, and he is fashioning together some type of, he wants to express himself in some way, okay. Now this might seem kind of simple, but this is one of the focus timeline points for music, okay. Because this person, obviously didn't develop, but he did put together some sound via stones and rock, sticks and rock, okay, and that actually did, in his community, take off a bit, and they did use that, and then and then when metal came, well, I know it sounds kind of ludicrous, but this is, in this small place in the world. Well, where was this? Yeah, it's looking like it's Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe. Is it Eastern Europe? Eastern. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah. Okay. So and so this is how it started, with people trying to. Well, no, they didn't concern themselves too much with something like this, because it was such a struggle to survive. But this one person kind of started energy change. Okay, and I'm not saying this one person throughout the whole world or the earth. No. But just in his specific community. Okay, and they were wondering what this was all about. Okay, and then when metals came, Iron Age type, then that got to be different. And it was more on an individual basis, small community basis, is what I am looking at. Okay, and it could have happened other ways, but this is specifically what I'm seeing, because this is what I asked to be shown. Right, and I can see it. Okay, so so I'm going to ask. Okay, now everything is energy. We all know that. Okay, everything is energy. But I'm going to ask music. Okay, now music has been around for a very long time. Okay, it's some form of emotional expression via sound. Let's call it that. Okay, and then obviously developed to instruments, singing. Singing, of course, has been around. I mean, Well, okay. Was there? Yeah, of course there was a time. How would you know to sing unless you had heard it? But at some point, somebody had to start singing, right? Somebody had to start singing. Somebody had to start playing music. Somebody had to start composing music. Okay, writing down music. sharing music. Okay, and so this is what I'm interested here. How did it all kind of get started? And it started in little pockets throughout the world. And then, yeah, those who traveled, yeah, spice trail, things like that. Those who travel, and yeah, they were not nomads necessarily, but there were, I guess you would call them tinkers, people like that who would travel from village to village, and they would have a tin whistle. They would have some type of string instruments. Those were expensive though, but yeah, most musicians could afford a tin whistle or get a tin whistle. There were you could do bells, you could do whatever, and then travel from place to place, and then they would share music. And then of course there was the human voice, and how beautiful is the human voice, right? And so that is something that somebody would have for free. They wouldn't even have to purchase something, so they would go from place to place. Troubadour, yeah. So singers, and they would just sing for money, right. And so this is how a lot of this started. Okay, and this is how a lot of this traveled from place to place, right. So if you look at the history of some countries, you'll find that some music was obviously brought from another place, right? And then, yeah, and most places would have their own music as well. Look at Ireland, look at England, look at well, any country would have the native population usually had some form of music or emotional expression. Okay, so let's talk to some of this music. And I'm specifically tuning into very, very, very old music. Okay, so I'm going to just call it forward. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here it is. Yeah. And you can do this. Okay. It's a group of energies. Okay. Yeah. If you can please come forward. Okay. Now, yes, I am looking specifically at the origins. Okay. And I know this is a vast space or energy field that I'm asking to look at. Okay. But I know I can do this. So hold on. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here it comes. Yeah. No, well, no. I'm calling it forward in this current time, but I knew how to do it ahead. Okay, here it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Okay. So I'm specifically asking, how, yeah. So no, not in a physical sense, how this happened. It happened over a vast amount of space through a number of years. But what is your feelings? Who are you? What are your feelings? And how did you develop? Okay, can you answer that? Okay, so they're saying the stringing along of energy forms and sources was important. This was a way that they were going to collectively involve people from different countries. It was a form of expression, yes, very important, and that was much needed. Okay, that was much needed. They're saying this is a very, very, very important point to point out. Yeah. That this was going to be necessary for humans to have a form of expression that meant, yeah, that was from the heart, so to speak. Okay, but they also used it, as I said before, for making money. Okay, for trading. Let's say you would entertain, and then you would get some goods in exchange for it, something like that. Either it could be money, it could be some type of clothing, food, whatever. Right. So as a barter system, music was also used as a barter system, as entertainment. You can, yeah. Okay, so I'm looking at like the court of the English courts, Henry VIII, and they had minstrels, they had, minstrel law, entertainment. I mean, that was important. Music was important to, Henry VIII. But, so throughout time, okay. So as humans developed their ability to be able to create you, how did you change? Okay, how did energy of music, energy of self-expression change? And yeah. I'm looking at specifically music or a form of, Okay. So they're saying that it developed. They developed along with it. Okay, so it was a creation that grew along with the members who were creating it, right? And they're saying this is very common. This is very common for self-expression. They are saying you could look at the same through painting, art, drawing, movies, filmmaking, right. Any form of expression. It is going to be a part of a group, and it is going to expand when those in the group are putting the effort into it, right? And it can go in any direction too, but it is so vast. Okay, so they're saying these type of creative self-expressions are so vast, but they are generally at a higher vibration, right? Usually, than most some other collective forms. Okay, so let's say you want to be, it's not not right or wrong, but let's say you are, well, let's say I'm just getting banking. Okay, banking, and not very, well, I guess it could be creative, but not necessarily at the same frequency as something like music or drawing or painting. No. But there could be, it could be a vast collection of people going about wanting to do that, right? Or accounting, something like that. Not necessarily, maybe, well, I guess you could be creative in some aspects of it, but yeah, that's not what we're talking about. Okay, so you're saying you expanded along and you created yourself along with the energy that was creating you, basically, and you went along with it. And okay, so yeah, you are a big energy, and we've talked to a lot of these mega energies before. So music is one of these energies. Okay, and well, you look generally happy. Okay, you look really happy. Your energy is, and you are expanding, obviously, at all. Every time somebody writes a song, somebody sings a song, somebody plays music, an orchestra plays music, you are expanding yourself, correct? Correct. Okay. And then, was there a time in your existence that things were not looking so well? Was there a time when you were not expanding as much as you would like to have? They're saying no. Once humans started expressing themselves, yeah, and they're saying, so humans at some point had the luxury, okay, of being able to express themselves via music. It was not so much that they were relying, or they had to just focus on finding food and shelter. Okay, so at some point that changed, obviously, and they had other things. And then once they found out that they could use this to make money or make, this barter system, then it grew and grew and grew. Okay. And then, yes, romantic period. Let's a little bit more current time. Okay, yeah, well, we could focus, let's focus on more my time when I was Marc. Okay. Hold on. Okay, no, they're fine with that. They wanted to go a little bit before then, but okay, well, let's just see what happens. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so they're saying, no, there wasn't really a time when they felt like they weren't expanding. They didn't really have a guideline. Okay, they didn't, this energy doesn't really have a guideline because it can only expand or detract based on who is creating it. The majority, or the energy that's going into it. Right. So you were saying what? Yeah, so they're saying they didn't really have, no, they didn't have any guidelines. They didn't have any, what would you call it? Hold on, English. Well, they didn't have a baseline. They didn't have to expand a certain amount every year or something. No. Okay, so they're saying that, did you, yeah, that's a good question. Did you have a favorite, a favorite period? Did you, okay, no. They're saying they don't really, no, they don't have any type of judgment like that. No, you don't. But you obviously are very highly, No, they're saying they don't really have any judgment about what was, no, not at all. Okay. So you are very complex energy, very interesting, and I'm very, I'm excited to talk to you. Okay, so let's go a little bit more current time, current music. Okay. Okay. So they're saying, let's talk about some feelings that I had. Okay, so they want to get some feelings about what I had as Marc, or I felt as Marc. And I've talked about this before, but they're interested. Okay, well, as I said, music played a very, 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 very important part of my life as Marc, okay? And again, yes, creative expression, okay, is very important. Now, it could come in any different form. It could come fashion, it could come drawing, it could come poetry, yeah. But, well, they're saying, okay, so they're saying there's no actually clear-cut lines between forms of creative endeavors, okay? So they're saying, I'm specifically focusing on music, but they would also be involved in painting, art, drawing, what else? Photography, anything. So it's all going to be kind of the same. It's not distinct lines they're saying. Right. They're saying it's more a frequency level, okay? They're saying it's more a frequency level. If you get to a certain frequency where you are creating and expanding your awareness or expressing yourself, then that's going to be more of a frequency level versus a thing level or a descriptive level. Okay, great. That makes sense. Right. Okay, yeah. So, okay, what did it mean to me? It meant a lot, okay? And yeah, I'm looking at other energies. Yeah, and we might have a guest come in who created some music, but yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking at other musicians and their energies. Some who I know, some who I didn't know. But I'm looking at it now. There are people who of course make music because they can't stop. Okay, they can't not make music, and that was me. Okay, that was me. Whether or not you express it to other people is another thing. Okay, to have the comfort level, I was just going to do it, whether or not somebody wanted to hear me or not. Right? Yep. I was just going to do it because I had to. There was no way of stopping me. Actually, They tried, but there was no way. I was just so persistent that that's what I was going to do. Okay. What? I don't, people ask me that, or I get asked that a lot. What would I have done? And that might be another story. If I wasn't able to have done my music, I would have done poetry. I would have done the things, but that's what made my name and enabled me to do other things. So I'm very, 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 very grateful for that. Okay. But looking at other energies of musicians, let's say like some biggies like Bach, Beethoven, Chopin, and then, when you get into, Gershwin, Cole Porter, Irving Berlin, yeah. So there are some, okay, and there's different levels of creativity. Some people, their main objective was they needed to make money, and they were talented, but okay, I'm just looking at the energy underlying. Can you be so prolific in something, in this type of form, creative form, without having a love for it? Let me look. Well, you can. But okay, so I'm looking at some energies of people who were like that. Basically, their love went away for when they had the need, when they discovered that they had a need for it more. Does that make sense? Okay. And that means that they've set up some filters. Okay. They set up some filters. I'm looking at some, it's more, Russian, Eastern European I'm looking at right now. Just an individual person I'm looking at, Russian. Yep. So they discovered that they had a need for it, and that eclipsed their love. They lost the love for it because their need was more. Yeah. So there are situations like that, okay? In general, somebody who's so prolific in music. Now, they're going to, the spark may have happened via just the love for doing it, the love for expressing themselves, the need to express themselves, okay? But yeah, it is interesting energy. It is an interesting form of self-expression because, other things, the physical life will get mixed up in it. Yeah. Of course. I mean, I was delighted that I was able to make a lot of money being Marc with my music, because I wasn't really very adept at another way of making money. I could have done it through my poetry, but that probably would have taken a lot longer. And in order to have, in order to do something like make movies, which I would have loved to have done, I would have needed money to back that up. Well, I had my hands in a lot of pots, you know. I had a lot of things that I was quote unquote working on, but maybe it didn't come to fruition. And that's the way a lot of creative people are. Yes. So, okay, getting back to, So, okay, so when you run across somebody, I'm asking the music energy, who maybe has lost their love for it based on something else. How does that affect you? Okay, how does that affect you? Well, they're saying, yeah, it does lower the frequency level of self-expression created, but not enough, because there's so many people who love doing it. Okay, some people might lose their love for it, but that doesn't really change too much. Okay, how they are going to evolve and what is going to happen to this energy. Okay, great. Thanks for coming. Yeah. I want to bring in thank you very much. Okay, I want to bring in a guest. Okay, hold on. Okay, and I have a guest coming in. Okay. So this is Chopin. Hello, Frederick Chopin. Yep. Hello. Oh, okay. We've got Bach and Beethoven here too. Okay, we got some of the Bach, Beethoven, and Chopin. Okay, the big names I mentioned before, they popped in. They heard themselves talked about. Okay, and well, I knew that they might come in. Okay, you are big names. What do you call it? On the I'm losing my English today, but we will go. I will go on. Marquee. Big names on the marquee. Okay, so thank you for coming. Well, as Mark, no, I wasn't into classical music at all. No. But of course, now that I am back in spirit, I appreciate it so much, and I love your music. Okay, so so how did you all feel about creating music? Now, I know in your time, it was pretty much a necessity if you wanted to live. This is how you made your living, right? Okay, and Chopin's saying, and I didn't make much of a living. It's more that he became more famous after he died, but he's saying he died fairly young. I mean, so it was a commodity, is what he is saying. It was a commodity. It was something for rich people to amuse themselves with. Right. So you would get like a sponsor or somebody who would kind of hand out the money. Well, in Bach's case, what? It was a church, which was the case. The church was, and they weren't necessarily that generous. Okay, but they needed inspiration. They needed music for their masses. Okay, now Bach, what you're saying that was fine with you. They were a good source of money. You're saying you could churn it out. Like there was no, I mean, you had no problem with it. It was just one after another. So you were kind of like a machine. Right. But you did enjoy it. You're saying that you were often, it was easy for you. And, but you did challenge yourself once in a while. Yep. Okay, Mozart's coming in. Oh, okay, Mozart. Yep. Okay, yep. Okay, great to see you. Yep. Well, you were a character, weren't you? Yep, you were. Yeah, and so, okay, so can I ask you all, okay, so obviously music was important to all of your lives, right? Because this is how you made your living. This is how you expressed yourself, right? Now, was there something else that you feel that you would have enjoyed doing more? Okay. Anybody? Okay, so they're saying that was what they came down to do. Okay, they came down to express themselves via this specific form. Now, they're saying that they could have tried something else, writing yeah, but no, they're saying it was too instrumental in who they were going to be as that person in order to switch it off and do something else. It was just too much. Okay, yeah, and yeah, many of you had yourself born into musical families in order to get that start, right, because you didn't necessarily want to start at square one. So you did, and that was conscious. That was a conscious decision in order to do that. Well, no, I didn't necessarily. No, but yeah. Okay, what? Yeah. So, okay, so what do you see now? Okay, let's look at some music now. What do you think about music now, and maybe possibly in the near future? They're like, well, obviously, they're saying obviously it's different now than it was then. Okay, and I've talked about this before. Yeah, they're not saying there's not emotion involved in music. They're saying there is, of course, but it's not as. And they're saying, yeah. So Beethoven is saying, yes, I put my emotion, but it was more like, yeah, because you were very religious. Okay, you were very religious, and you were doing it for not only the church but for God. Right. So that was important to you. So that was inspiring for you. Right. So they're saying that. Yeah, they're saying that there are more people who are not necessarily doing it for the love of it, but maybe for the money of it and the lifestyle. And that is, they're saying different and similar in many cases to what you were doing. Right. Okay. Okay. So is there, like, I'm looking at all of your energies, and is there a common thread other than what you did? Okay. What you did. Hold on. Okay. So they're saying that's, a common thread amongst them is their identity. Okay, their personal identity of who they were in that lifetime. So being musicians, being composers, was the uppermost. Well, Bach saying a father was very important to him. Right. And then Beethoven, you had physical, yeah. So challenges, which, and others did too. Yeah, others did too. Yeah. But they're saying sometimes it enhanced, sometimes it didn't. Okay, yeah. So hold on. Okay, you guys are fading. You are fading, so you're probably going to be taking off. Okay, Mozart, child prodigy. Yeah, well, you were all child prodigies. Okay, yeah, you had to have been, because in order to get done what you needed to do, you had to really come in, as they say, running or whatever. Yeah, you really had to. Okay, but so let me ask you this. Okay, so you're saying that being a musician and a composer was how you would have described yourself, basically. Yeah, that was the main thing as a person, right? But okay, wait, hold on. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So no, they're fading. Okay, they're fading. Hold on. I just want to get this question out. Okay, so yeah. No, they're asking me questions. Okay, yeah. No, they're fading. Okay, go. Yeah, that's okay. No, the energy's going. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to be able to ask them the last question. Okay, but maybe I can. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Yep. Okay. So yeah. No, they're gone. Well, I asked them to come, and you get a certain amount of time, and then they would leave. Mozart was very interesting, and so I would have liked to have spent some more time with him. But I can do that. I can do that elsewhere. Okay. Yeah. So it is interesting. Is interesting how some people. I would have considered myself, or I did consider myself, an artist. They consider themselves, specifically composers, but that was such a strong aspect of their personality. And it was true for me as well. But they were saying, and I was just getting into that with them, is that true now? Okay, looking at current time, is that as true as it used to be, right? But they were saying, yeah. They were saying that music hasn't always been something maybe as lofty as some would assume, based on the fact that many people just needed to create it in order to make money, to live, to survive. Yeah, yep, yep. Okay, and that's the same with painting. That's the same with painting. That's the same. But it is a form of lifestyle, or a form of, not lifestyle necessarily, but a form of expression that you can use in order to survive this physical life. So, okay. Okay, yeah, I think that's all the time we've got. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, so I would like to thank the energy of music, past, present, and future, for coming, as well as my musical guest. Okay, 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 thank you very much. Okay, yeah, this is Mark. I'm signing off for this week. Okay.